Nagpunta po kami dito sa Obando, Bulacan po. Hoping po kami and praying na mag-asawa na sana po mabibiyaan ng miracle.
Dito sa Obando talagang pinabubuklod din ng pananampalataya ang bawat tao dahil kinakilala kami na tahanan ng nag-iisang sayaw na nagbibigay katuparan patungkol sa fertility, lalo na ng ating mga kababaihan.
In the quiet town of Obando, Bulacan, a miracle unfolds every May. Drawn by faith, couples, families, and those longing to hold a child in their arms journey here. Music and dancers fill the streets, honoring the three saints of the annual fertility rites, San Pascual Bailon, Santa Clara, and Nuestra Señora de Salambao. Each movement is a prayer for healing, love, and for the fertility of women in each family. Faith moves to the rhythm of dance, and hope takes on a heartbeat of its own. In Obando, miracles are not just prayed for, they're danced.
Ang Obando ay kilala sa milagrosong sayaw. Itong sayaw na to ay ang Obando Fertility Festival. Ito nga yung sayaw matagal na itong ginugunita dito sa aming bayan. Ang history ng sayaw ng Obando ay nagsimula pa bago pa man dumating ang mga Kastila. Yung sayaw ay pinaniniwalaan na nagbibigay ng biyaya, partikular na ng anak sa mga gustong magkaanak na mag-asawa. Kaya naman, bilang parte ng kanilang pagpapalaganap ng Kristyanismo sa bansa natin, itong sayaw na to, kesa alisin nila, minodify, kumbaga, para maging katanggap-tanggap sa paniniwala at katuruan ng simbahang Katolika.
Within this church are three beloved patrons. San Pascual is known for his deep devotion to the Eucharist, so intense they say it moved him to dance. Those longing for a son, a male partner, a calling to religious life, place their prayers in his care. Santa Clara hears the prayers of those wishing for a daughter, a loving partner, or fair weather. And Nuestra Señora de Salambao draws the prayers of women who long to bear children, and those seeking blessings for their livelihood place their deepest hopes in her care. Each one a guardian of miracles.
Every year, nagsasayaw talaga kami kapag fiesta during May. Baka sakaling mapagkalooban din kami. Ako po si Carmela Cruz.
Ako po si Jim Carlo Cruz. At ito po si Baby Nazarene Francesco Cruz.
Isa kaming deboto ni Santa Clara, ni San Pascual Bailon at ng Mahal na Birhen ng Salambao. Sa 8 taon naming pagsasayaw dito sa Obando, ay napagkalooban kami ng isang baby na matagal namin talagang hiniling. 18 years na kami ngayon. Pag-give up na kami last year. Nag-procedure kami. After the 7th procedure namin, sabi ng doctor namin is wala na kaming chance. 8 taon yon. Umiiyak lang kami palagi dito, kay Nazareno, kay Padre Pio. And hindi lang kami nawalan siguro ng faith. Yung strength namin kasi yung isa't isa. Tsaka yung talagang paniniwala namin na in time, ibibigay niya pag God's time na.
Marami ang nagpapatotoo na tunay ang milagro, pagbibigay katuparan sa kahilingan at panalangin ng mga nananampalataya sa aming 3 patron at syempre sa Panginoon. May mga nagpapatotoo kung paano sila biniyayaan ng anak, pinagaling sa karamdaman, o pinagbigyan sa kanilang inihinging kahilingan dito sa bayan ng Obando.
Sabi talaga ng doktor is, si God lang yung doktor. Huwag kami sa kanya mag-hope kasi si Lord lang talaga. And then, nagulat kami after 10 days, nag-PT ako, positive siya. Mas minahal din namin yung isa't isa. Tsaka yung talagang love namin kay Lord at yung faith namin mas tumatag. Simula nung binigay sa amin si baby. Kasi hindi niya kami binigo eh. Kumbaga wala na kaming tiwala na magkaka-baby kami. Pero kay Lord talaga, lahat ng prayers namin.
To preserve both the religious and historical items of the church, a museum was established. Nanay Teresa, the museum curator, also has her share of answered prayers.
I have experienced difficult pregnancy. So I had bed rest for until such time na I gave birth. And through the period of bed rest, I only had to pray. When my child was born, we named her Blesilda Clarice. Our child is a blessing, so Blesilda and Clarice from St. Clair.
For her, the festival is not only a celebration, it's also a recognition of the Church's persistence to keep the tradition that has given hope to many alive.
As far as the fertility dance is concerned, alam naman natin prior to Spanish colonization ay yung ating mga ninuno, meron tayong mga babaylan, mga gods and goddesses. And so we would assume na when Spaniards came, the dance have been Christianized, so to give it a more spiritual element. Early 1990s, we actually had Ramon Obusan. His dance troupe is the resident dance troupe of the Cultural Center of the Philippines. And he introduced to us certain steps. It was given catechetical meanings. And so we have here the panimula, wherein the couple raise the thumb, pointing to the heart and up, and then so meaning that your prayers are coming from the heart. And then the paghayo or engaño, they move their hands downward to the abdomen and then upwards, and then offering to the Lord. And then the waltz, right and left, because the fandango, the right and left dance and movement. And then the paghingi, wherein you ask for whatever prayer or petition. Well, basically, it is for Santa Clara, asking not only for a child, but for health, for healing, for vocation, for a good life. The balsa lateral, left and right also, and then the pasasalamat. And that we claim, and then we thank God for the blessing that He may be giving us to our patron saint. The museum is a church initiative. We have the relics of San Pascual Bailon and Santa Clara. You may see eggs because egg symbolizes life. And of course, the images of our patron saint. This is originally part of the church. And so this was once convento. Here's a photo of the old church, which was bombed during the war. The retablo was destroyed. So the original images of our patron saints were also destroyed. So the images na nandito ngayon sa retablo, those were commissioned na after the war.
In 2011, a proposed landfill project alarmed the community of Obando, Bulacan. The landfill will cover 44.4 hectares near a fishing village, making its triumph a threat to the residents' livelihood and environmental safety. Nanay Teresa, together with the Obandos congregation and other environmental activists, led the protests. At the height of their years-long struggle, they even marched in front of the Supreme Court and danced the fertility rites as a form of activism and a promise to save their hometown.
We have also undergone a community struggle. The construction of a 44.4 hectare landfill was approved in the very waters where the image of the Virgin was taken from. We sought for the writ of kalikasan with the Supreme Court. Then we were sent to the Court of Appeals for 4 years. All of us petitioners, with me leading, were subjected to harassments. Marami kong death threats. But then, God is good, and that's why I always have the pin of the Virgin for protection. The church helped us. In 2023, finally, the Supreme Court has ordered the restoration and rehabilitation of the area. Kung hindi namin napigilan, we will not be enjoying the air and clean water. And all the time and all the while, we have the Virgin with us.
Ang pag-asa talaga dito sa Obando ay napaka malapit na salita. Bukod dun sa paghiling ng anak, sa iba't ibang bagay ay naia-apply ito ng mga Obandenyo. Pag-asa na magkaroon ng magandang pamumuhay, pag-asa na sa maraming bagay.
Nagpunta po kami dito from Mindoro sa Obando, Bulacan po para ma-witness po yung pag-celebrate po ng fiesta po. 6 years na po kaming kasal. Lumakas po yung faith namin kay Lord, lalo po at kami ay nakarating po dito sa kanyang lugar, sa Obando, Bulacan. Praying and hoping po na sana matupad po yung aming mga pangarap. Katulad yung mga iba pong mga deboto po na nagdadasal na sana po mabiyayaan sila ng miracle galing kay Lord.
Yun na lang yung pinaka namin kay Lord. Balik namin sa kanya na kahit mainit, bumalik kami. Kahit nung buntis ako last year, yung pregnancy ko is risky siya. Pero bumalik
Pero
kami.
pumunta pa rin
kami.
My faith, it has not changed. It has strengthened. The more I am challenged, the more there is. God has given me the strength, the fortitude to overcome whatever comes my way. It is through God's goodness that we have here now, the Obando that we are.